Oh, my fellow Rosarians. Yeah, let's never do that again. Welcome to my channel. I'll be your bartender for today, and I'll be making a cocktail based on Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame, the third of my Hololive Justice cocktails, and the one I am most excited about. If you've seen the thumbnail, you can probably guess why. But please, keep watching. It looks even better as I make it, I promise. Now, Elizabeth, the Scarlet Queen, Harbinger of Order, and there are some who call her E.R.B. She needs no introduction, but she's getting one anyways. First, her voice is absolutely incredible. Her singing is so powerful, her range is so vast, it's mind-boggling. I'm not even mentioning her crazy talent at voice impressions. Man, she's such a great addition to HoloLive, and I can't wait to see how she develops even further. She hails from great Exardian, but she claims that she doesn't like tea. She's a strange one, but it does seem that she enjoys a good drink, so I hope that I can meet her expectations. The cocktail that we're making today is based on one of my personal favorites, the Bramble. It's super delicious. It tastes like you're drinking a popsicle. There's so many different ways you can modify it to give it new and interesting flavors. In this case, we're going to be making an Elderflower Raspberry Bramble. Now, let's get into the ingredients. Firstly, we're going to need an Exardian Dry Gin. This is one of the most common types of gin in the world, so you can probably get this practically anywhere. I'm using Beefeater. Next, we're going to need Elderflower Liqueur and lime juice. Now, you've usually seen me use this when I call for lime juice. This is lime super juice. Basically, it's a technique of getting much more juice out of a single lime. Citrus in cocktail making can be incredibly wasteful. You basically just squeezing out all the juice from the lime and tossing the husk. So, super juice tries to extract as much flavor as possible from what you use, and it lasts much longer in the fridge. I'm following a recipe by Kos. He's a great cocktail channel and one of my greatest inspirations. So watch some of his videos and you'll probably see why. I'll link him down below. I'm also using one of his techniques of clarifying citrus juice. I mean, look at this. This is lime juice, but it's shockingly clear. It's basically like water. Anyways, today we're going to be using fresh lime juice. And that's because we need this peel for our garnish. You'll see when I make it. Next, we need raspberry liqueur. Now, I mentioned previously how customizable the Bramble is, and this is one of the biggest ways. You can basically replace this with any other liqueur. You'll end up with a super delicious drink that's entirely different. Give it a try if you can. Next, we're gonna need orange bitters, rose water, and saline solution. And this bad boy, Everclear. This is only 120 proof. You can't get 195 where I live anymore, but trust me, this works plenty well and it'll probably mess me up less. Now, let's build the drink. First, grab your shaker and add ice to it. Next, we're gonna add an ounce of elderflower liqueur, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. This is a little less than the juice of one whole lime. Make sure to keep this lime husk, we're gonna need it later. 1.5 ounces of our Exardian Dry Gin, 2 dashes of orange bitters, 2 dashes of rose water, 2 drops of saline solution. Cap it, shake. Now, take a rocks glass, and we're going to add crushed ice to it. Now, empty your shaker into the glass. Now for the fun part, take your raspberry liqueur, pour out 1/2 ounce, and slowly drizzle it over your drink. As it settles, it's going to dye the drink a lovely reddish color. Looks almost like blood. Now, I hope you didn't forget your lime husk. We're gonna invert it. We're gonna flip it inside out. And this is easier to do if you take some scissors and you cut some of the inner membranes. But make sure you don't poke a hole through the skin. Now we're gonna invert it. Once you've inverted it, it should look something like this. Make sure there's no holes. And we're gonna nestle this right at the front of our drink, like so. And now, here is where we're gonna put Elizabeth's heart, a red cocktail cherry. And for added effect, maybe a bit of the syrup. So it has a pool of blood right there. And now in the hollow of our heart, we're gonna pour in our Everclear. This is why we don't want any holes. Fill it to the top. At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. I learned this technique from Anders Erickson, another one of my inspirations. I'll link him down below. In this hand I have an orange peel, and in this hand I have a match. I hope you all remember Elizabeth's intro. Roses are red, and the flame on her heart is blue. Without further ado, let's light it up. Look at that. Oh, this shows up on the camera, but alcohol burns blue. Isn't that stunning? Now, one of my most favorite parts of Elizabeth's streams is her intro. The part where it changes from the blue flame to the red flame is just so stunning. I hope you see what I'm going with this. Right here, I have some cinnamon. Now, watch this. Woo! Isn't that something? And there you have it. I present to you the Elderflower Raspberry Bramble, or the E.R.B. Now, to drink, I recommend you blowing the flame out, preferably before the cherry starts burning entirely. If you like your drinks stronger, you can definitely overturn this lime husk and dump all that Everclear into the drink. I'm not sure if I'm gonna partake in that, but we're just gonna take our straw, drop it in. That's so good, so delicious. It's like drinking a melted popsicle. Just very fruity, tart, refreshing, sweet. We get some hints of that rose from the rose water we put in. And also there's this lingering aroma of smoky burnt orange and cinnamon in the air, which is quite nice. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please leave your questions and concerns about safety hazards in the comments down below. If you have any ideas for an Elizabeth cocktail, please let me know. Cheers to you, Elizabeth. I wonder what stories you're going to add to Enrico. And I hope to see you in the next video. Cheers, and thank you.